Banana pudding has always been one of my favorite things to eat.
I did a little something this morning.
Oh, that looks good. Look at you. Well,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I can hear you good. You can hear me good?
Yes, ma'am, I sure can. I see we're matching today. I wanted to put my pink
Oh,
on.
we are.
I channeled
Thank you for doing that.
Yes, I had to channel my inner Dolly. Well, I have to say, I was extremely excited when I found out about this collaboration that you're doing with Duncan Hines. I love cake. I love anything sweet. So it is so great to see that you're doing this. Why did you choose the two flavors that you did choose for this one? And why are they so important to you?
Growing up, I always loved a great coconut cake, and banana pudding has always been one of my favorite things to eat, whether it's in a cake or in a bowl. I learned to cook with my mom and my aunts and my grandmas, so that just comes natural to me to be a good cook. And they were better bakers than I am, but I do all right. They don't have a deal with Duncan Hines.
Now, I'm from the South too, and I would love to tell you that this was really interesting for me because I actually made your cake. So I wanted to show you. It doesn't look like yours, but I did a little something this morning.
Oh, that looks good. Look at you.
It is not yours by far, but it's very interesting to me because I do not eat banana or coconut flavored things. I know, being from the South, how could I, right? How dare I? But these were so good. They were so moist.
Well, thank you. That is a good endorsement. And I'm honored that you baked your own cake just to show me. So I'm glad that you at least were willing to taste it.
Yes, absolutely.
And thought it was good. Yeah.
Because it's from you. I definitely had to. Back in 2006, you wrote a cookbook, Dolly's Dixie Fixins. Can we expect any more cookbooks from you soon?
Well, I don't know how soon it'll be. We took the Dixie part off of that, so I'm going to revise that. When I first wrote that book, it was at least 25 years ago, maybe a little more. And all the money that we made from that cookbook goes into my imagination library. Yeah. So I may write one that I can keep the money from and then donate a little to the foundation. But yeah, I will. We're going to really refurbish a lot of the recipes from that book and then add some new ones to it. So yeah, I'll always have something out there because I do love to cook and I do love to eat.
Now, do you have any baking tips in general that you would give anyone?
No, I think everybody that bakes, they got all the tips they need. Some people love to decorate, do more elaborate things. I'm not that big on that. I'm not that great, but I like them to look good and I like them to taste good. And so if I can pull that off, then that's I'm doing all right. But especially when you get the mixes, they tell you exactly what to do. Just read the box and you can make just as good a cake as I can.
I did my best.
Yeah, I'm sure you did good. It looked good.
Thank you. That is such a compliment. Now, I see you have your pink on, you have your apron, you have all of the things going on in your kitchen. When you're at home, are there any non-negotiables that you have to have in your kitchen, like certain music? Are there any, like a certain type of bowl, a certain apron? What do you have to have when you're at home cooking?
Well, I need to have an apron because I'm a messy cook. I clean up after I'm done, but I'm doing what I'm doing and I ain't worrying about that. So I usually have to have an apron when I'm seriously cooking. But I don't really listen to other people's music so much when I cook because I'm always thinking and I'm always singing and I always keep a notepad in the kitchen because I come up with some of my best ideas when I have that time where I'm just humming along, singing along, and trying to just think. And I do some of my best thinking when I'm cooking. But every once in a while, if I want to listen to something, I like to sometimes just go outside. Anything I do, like listen to classical music or something kind of off the wall. There's something that's just relaxing, or meditative music. But I don't want to fall asleep in my dough, so I have to be careful what I do. Mostly I just enjoy just kind of being relaxed in the kitchen.
I understand. I'm very 90s jazz type of listener when I like to cook. If you had the opportunity to have the ideal dinner party, who would you invite? And you have 5 guests to invite, not including yourself.
You mean like famous people or just my own people?
Anybody.
Well, I would probably invite like one of my sisters that lives close. And then I would probably invite the girl that works so hard for me at my office, Teresa, that's a big eater. She loves my cooking. Probably invite my manager. I'd choose Steve Summers, who does all my clothes, and probably my hairdresser, Cheryl Riddle. So these are all the creative people, and they all love to eat, and they all personally love my cooking. Was that 5?
Well, you left one person out.
Who?
Me.
Oh, you. And of course.
Come on, we're bonding.
And then there would be Nikisha right here.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there.
Yeah, I'd pull up an extra chair for you. Yeah.
So I have 2 final questions, and then I'm going to let you get on with your day. The second to the last question I have is that your collaborations with Jeni is back, and so many people are excited about this not new, but the revival of that ice cream flavor. Can you tell me why you chose to bring that back, and also all of the things that went into that when you created it?
The reason I did it is because all the money was going to go to my imagination library. It was such a smash hit, and people seemed to really love the ice cream. So our contract had run out. We weren't going to do it, but just that period of time. But people were saying, "Oh, don't stop it. We love it. We love it." And so I did it again because people loved it, and for the same reason I did it to start with, so the money could also go to the imagination library. So for those that are not familiar with my program, we give books to children from the time they're born till they start school. And they get a little book a month, and we've given upwards towards 200 million books since we started that. So we need all the money we can get to get the books out. But the ice cream is good. People are loving it. And so we just decided we'd do that again.
Yes.
And ice cream goes great with these cakes.
Yes. That's going to be my next question. Which one would you pair it with?
I would probably put that with the coconut cake because banana has its own taste. So yeah, I would serve Jeni's with the coconut. I say coconut. Anyway, I'm saying it like my mama did. I'm going to make you the coconut cake today.
Now, the last thing I have, if you're open to hearing it, I have a message from one of your biggest fans. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, of course.
All right. 1 second.
Hi, Dolly. This is Diane. Nikisha, your grandmother? Well, let me tell you about this. You've been an inspiration to me as I was coming up as a little country girl, and I always wanted to be like Dolly Parton. Even though I'm a woman of color, but that's the way I feel. And I've seen you on Porter Wagner Show and Hee Haw. And remember this, I will always love you.
Oh, how sweet is that? It makes you feel old when your grandmother tells me she's loved me since she was a little girl. But if she goes all the way back to the Porter Wagner Show, she must be about my age. Anyway, that's kind of cute. But she sounds sweet, and I love that. Will you tell her I said hello? And thanks for playing that for me.
Absolutely. Her birthday is this Saturday, so she was very excited to leave that message to you.
Oh,
so
great.
She was super excited. I think she was more excited than I was that I was doing this interview. So it means it means a lot here.
Sweet. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dolly. This has been a pleasure. I am so thankful that I got the opportunity to interview you. I cannot wait until you have that dinner so I can come on along. And, if you need anyone to give you a little inspiration for anything else, please let me know. I'll be right there. I'm just one call away.
Thank you very much. You're very sweet.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Hey y'all, it's Nikisha again. If you love that interview with Dolly Parton and want to see more celebrity interviews or just want some cooking tips and cleaning hacks, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. See you next time.